really start filling in bald spots. So if you're someone who has certain bald spots in your head, minoxidil is really good for starting to fill in those bald spots. Hey boo, so it's your favorite girl Beverly from Brooklyn. So in this video I'm going to show you how to start thickening your thinning hair. If you're experiencing thinning, which is a form of hair loss, you know, that means that, you know, your hair may not necessarily be shedding or whatever, but it's thinning. You're not growing thick hair out of your scalp. This video is for you. I'm gonna show you how you can start improving your thinning hair by thickening your hair, and these treatments are exactly what I did to start improving my thinning hair when I was diagnosed with female pattern baldness. Okay, so let's get right into it. Number one is a scalp massage. Yes, no crap Sherlock, right? A scalp massage. Well, yeah, you know, a scalp massage. And let me explain why. You know, if you massage your scalp daily for 10 minutes, it's going to help. And daily, I would suggest, you know, you can do it yourself. If you have a man or a girl or whoever who can get in there and just massage it for 10 minutes daily, that's gonna bring blood circulation, stimulate blood circulation to the scalp, which delivers blood and delivers oxygen to your scalp. Why is that important? Because blood and oxygen delivers nutrients to your scalp. So if you're eating well, if you're taking supplements, the more blood circulations get there, the quicker you can get those nutrients and the quicker you can get all that good stuff to your scalp, and your hair can grow faster. Get it? Got it? Good. All right. So next thing is essential oils, okay? I have a whole video on essential oils, about which ones are the best essential oils, which ones are clinically proven, what they do, how they work. So I'm not going into details in this video. If you want to check that video out, it's going to be linked in the description below, or somewhere in this video you can find it. Basically, it talks about the top, I want to say 7 or 10, I don't remember, but the top 7 to 10 essential oils that are really, really good for stimulating hair growth, stopping hair loss, and just getting your hair back to where it needs to be, or surpassing where it's ever been, honey, okay? Because we want better, fresher hair, face, and all of that in 2021. So just to kind of give you a synopsis on why essential oils are so important. First of all, there are people that actually take certifications on essential oils. Essential oils are as old as time. They are, I mean, everybody had an essential oil, whether you're Latin, whether you're, you know, African American, Hispanic, blah, 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 whatever, you know, everybody was using an essential oil, okay? It's everybody's back home treatment. Anyway, so essential oils are derived from plants, and they have medicinal benefits, meaning that, you know, they're very concentrated, they're potent, and they're powerful, meaning they work. Lavender, peppermint, and rosemary oils are clinically proven to thicken hair, proliferate follicles. What that means is, yes, they create more follicles. Yes, right? You're not stuck with the follicles you have, sis. You can get more. Yes, get them. To proliferate follicles and kick your hair into faster hair growth by stimulating the blood flow. So essential oils can do a whole lot more. Like I said, check out the video. But here's a good hack. Every time you do those 10-minute massages, mix those massages with essential oils, honey. Okay? We're talking about movement by itself, but force when they're together, okay? Anyway, next is anti-thinning shampoos. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to believe in anti-thinning shampoos because they don't sit on your head forever, but that's not the point. The goal is not for it to sit on your head forever. The goal is, again, blood circulation. We want to circulate blood to the scalp as long as we possibly can. And I know it's like, well, I mean, if you're living and breathing, isn't that blood circulation to the scalp? No, honey, you want to, all right, think about a male counterpart and a male, you know, sexual organ. And yeah, while he's living and breathing, it's sitting there. But when the blood rushes, honey, and I'm not about to make no figures, you know, I'm not about to do no stuff with my hands. But when the blood rushes, honey, is a difference, right? So when the blood rushes to his anatomy, you and I know the difference. So the point is, when the blood rushes to your scalp, it's the same thing. Yeah, you can have a scalp, and yeah, technically you're living and breathing or whatever, but when the blood surges to your scalp simultaneously, it's just boom, right? And it's just yeah. Okay, if you get the analogy, hit a like. Oh, is that how they say it on these YouTube streets? Bear with me, I'm new to the game. I'm trying to learn and figure all this crap out. But if you know what I'm saying, if you understand the analogy and if it works, please drop a like and a comment. And bottom line is, that's exactly how it works. So we want to keep the blood circulating. I mean, imagine keeping that scalp aroused every single day, honey, okay? She's gonna work. She's gonna make you happy if you make her happy, okay? So anyway, that's the hack. Use some essential oils while you're doing those 10-minute massages every day. I don't believe in those massagers. They hurt my head. Just use your fingers. They work. I'm sure there's something out there, but I don't know what it is. So yeah, I like to create my own shampoo because, you know, the more and more I geek out on all this like healthy stuff, and the more I geek out on all this stuff that I learned, the more I just want to create my own stuff. Anyway, I do like a brand called Purador. Purador, I don't know what it's called. I don't have it in front of me because I haven't bought it in a long time, but I did use it when I first started losing my hair. The link is gonna be down in the description below, but use that one. It's really good, it's powerful, it's potent, and that's what it's designed for. It's designed to help you. And it does have some biotin in it. I don't like a whole lot of biotin, if you know me, because biotin can clog your pores and it can cause acne, but you're washing it off right away. It's not gonna sit there forever, that's fine. But if you wanna make your own, I like using Dr. Bronner's Peppermint Castile Soap. I mix that with some pumpkin seed oil, some essential oils, and yeah, I'll just throw it in there, you know, and some water. And if you wanna be bougie, throw some rose water in there. Shake it up, shake it up. I use like a bottle or a squirt bottle or a ketchup bottle. You know them old school ketchup bottles that you squirt, tartar sauce bottles. Put that in your scalp, penetrate real good, boop, 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 boop. It fizzes up real good, let it go to the bottom and whoosh, flush all that crap out your hair. And then the peppermint oils and all of the essential oils is, yes, okay. Next is multivitamins. I have a ton of videos on multivitamins. I don't want to go too in depth because the video could go long. I get so passionate about multivitamins, supplements, and all of that stuff. But you want to take a multivitamin because, you know, listen, it has everything that your hair needs. It has iron, it has zinc so that it can grow thick and strong. You know, there's just so much. I personally don't take a multivitamin. I take a prenatal pill, and the difference is it has everything that you need in a very concentrated form. In fact, it has it to not only deliver nutrients to you, but to your unborn child if you're pregnant, you know, or it prepares your body to be able to carry that unborn child, because that unborn child, if you don't know, is going to deplete you of everything you have, your energy, and it will never stop, not even when they're born, running around and they're grown. My oldest is gonna be 21 soon, and so they never stop draining you of all your resources, okay, honey? But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I have a whole bunch of videos that talk about my favorite dietary supplements for hair loss. I have supplements that have, you know, two functionalities. They clear your skin and grow your hair at the same time. I have supplements that stop the hair loss, then thicken your hair. I have supplements that grow your hair long, maybe not thick, but long, fast. So if you want inches, I have all of that. Link in the description below or somewhere at the end of this video so that you can check those videos out, because I go into like almost excruciating detail because I just get so passionate about them things, and I just could talk forever. So that's why I'm trying not to drop names right now, okay? But please go watch those videos because I go in depth. And again, like I said, I take the prenatals, you know, the non-synthetic, plant-based, whole prenatals that are good. They have concentrated forms of folic acid, vitamin B complexes, anti-inflammatory, zinc, all of that stuff. And it just allows your body to absorb it properly for you and your so-called unborn child. I'm not pregnant, don't plan to be, but, you know, never know, but, you know, don't plan to be. So that's what I do. I usually replace a multivitamin with a prenatal. You can do either or. Check with your doctor. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical physician. I can only tell you what worked for me. I can only recommend, or I can only say what worked for me. But, you know, check the disclaimer for all the words. I mean, all the best words is down there. Now, I do a DIY treatment, mask. Always do a mask. Listen, masks are great. They're there, they're in your kitchen, they're on your countertops, they're in your refrigerator for a reason. Use them. I like to mix egg, avocados, onion juice, green tea, and omelet if you have it, all in a blender, and then boop, boop. I apply it as a mask. A mask usually you want to wear for like 30 minutes on your hair before you shampoo and condition. So on wash day, you want to start off with a nice mask. Whatever mask to your preference. I have a whole DIY mask video you can watch, but this is a quick recipe that I like to use. This one is really good. It's a protein mask, it's a moisturization mask, it's an anti-shedding mask because of the green tea, and the amla just does a whole bunch of stuff that off the top of my head, I don't know what it does. If you have it, great. If you don't, fine. It's Ayurvedic and it has all those benefits in it, but whatever. The point is, you know, you can just mix that all up in a blender. I mix it in there if you need something to emulsify or thicken everything. I mix it in with pumpkin seed oil. I don't use olive oil. I don't use coconut oil because those clog your pores, and she's not about to have bumpy face, pumpernickel face, just for some long hair. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. But anyway, if you have coconut oil, if you like it, if it works for you, if you like it, I love it. If you have olive oil and it works for you, then use that. Me personally, pumpkin seed oil does it all, and I can go in depth about it, but it does it all. And then of course you leave it as long as you can, 30 minutes, wash it out with shampoo and conditioner. So the next one is Minoxidil, aka Rogaine. Let me go into deep explanation. Now you can tell I'm always treating my hair, but Minoxidil is a hair loss treatment that is approved by the FDA. You can buy it on Amazon, over the counter, in a pharmacy, wherever. You may know it as Rogaine, but there's a lot of new products that's out right now in the market. I can't name drop because I don't know all of them. But if you want me to do a video on, you know, the latest products with Minoxidil in them over the counter that are safe, fine. Obviously, if it's over the counter, it has low concentrations of Minoxidil. It doesn't have as much as the prescription form, so keep that in mind. But Minoxidil is extremely effective at growing your hair and stopping hair loss. It stops hair loss first. So I always use the cup analogy. If you have a cup with holes in it and pour water, the water is gonna fall out. But if you stop all the holes up and then you put the water, then it's gonna be able to fill up and overflow. And that's what Minoxidil and a lot of the essential oils and vitamins and all of that I described does. But Minoxidil is a topical form. I think they have one that you can actually take the pill, but I don't know about that. As far as personally know about that, you would have to check with a dermatologist, which is what I recommend to everyone who starts noticing shedding, their edges are falling, you know, or your edges is back here when they supposed to be here, and they was here like 2-3 months ago, sis, and now they're here. Please stop throwing oil on your hair. Don't even massage your scalp. Just take your fingers and Google doctor, or click on the link below to find a doctor in your area that specializes in ethnic skin and hair that can help you to regrow your hair and stop your hair loss. So yeah, Minoxidil, you can apply it twice a day and you'll see thicker, basically the bald patches in your head, you'll see that it's thicker. It's really good for blocking DHT, which is a testosterone hormone that kills your hair follicles. DHT, it's like a murderer. Like, it's homicidal. Like, it's terrible. Like, it kills your follicles, and poor follicles cannot live. So it's really good at blocking DHT, that hormone, from doing what it does, which is killing your follicles. And it also helps to really start filling in bald spots. So if you're someone who has certain bald spots in your head, Minoxidil is really good for starting to fill in those bald spots. It's not for you if your edges are falling back. It's not for that. For traction alopecia is more for androgenic alopecia, which is more of a hormonal alopecia. Traction alopecia is more for people who just over manipulates their hair. They style too hard, too much. Sis, the braids are too tight. They are too tight. And that is traction alopecia, and Minoxidil is not for that. It can take up to 16 weeks to take full effect. You have to use it consistently, obviously, for results. And it does have some side effects, you know, like it really stimulates hair growth a lot. And sometimes you can pop up with some chin hairs, like what? You know, so check with a doctor. It's extremely powerful, especially the prescription form. I always go with prescription. If there's a prescription form to something, she, me, her is gonna go with that because it's just concentrate. It's higher concentrations of active ingredients. You know, me, when it comes to dermatological products, I rather go with the prescription form because they're medical grade and they're very concentrated and they're clinically proven to be effective, period. If, you know, and for the most part, my prescription will pay for it. And if it doesn't, I just pay a copay, which is usually cheaper than some over-the-counter products that have less concentrations of the active ingredients. So for me, it's a no-brainer, but there's some people who still want an over-the-counter or whatever the case may be. So anyway, there's another treatment called Aldactone. It's a prescription. Again, only a doctor can prescribe it, and it's an anti-thinning treatment. So it's specifically created to thicken your hair. It is not for anything else. I'm not telling you it's for inches. I'm telling you it's an anti-thinning, meaning whatever is causing the thinning, it blocks it, it stops it. So it helps people with severely thin hair. If you have severely thin hair, child, my Caribbean is coming all the way out. If you have severely thin hair, please, please find a dermatologist so that you can get your scalp evaluated today. Most scalp evaluations are free. And if not, your insurance will cover it so that you can know the status. Don't you want to know your status? What's your status? What's the status of your scalp health, sis? Do you know? I know mine, but I had to get a scalp evaluation. I had to do a whole diagnostic because I had mad stuff going on with me. So I didn't know then why everything was falling out, and I was just trying to patch everything back on, but it just wasn't staying. It kept slipping off because I wasn't treating the issue. I was just trying to mask the problem. But that's neither here nor there. I have several videos. Aldactone is a prescription. You have to speak to a doctor, again, a dermatologist for that. But again, this is for you if you have hormonal hair loss, if it's thinning, you want to speak to a doctor, and a doctor will talk to you about Aldactone. Then there's steroid shots, which again are prescription. Steroid shots are meant to reduce inflammation. I spoke about this in other videos. Steroid shots, there's some called Kenalog shots. What they do is, this is your follicle. This is your follicle on inflammation. This is your follicle, and this is thick, beautiful hair growing out of it. On inflammation, you might be lucky if you can get a strand, but this strand is going to come out very thin, right? That's what inflammation does. It inflames. We all know what inflammation is. It inflames, and so your follicle, when it's inflamed, it's swollen, and you could barely get some good hair out of it. And what the steroid shots do is that it reduces the inflammation so that your follicle can open up again and your hair can grow thick. They are effective, and a lot of them are covered by a prescription. So like I said, sis, go see a dermatologist. And you can also see a trichologist who is a hair restoration specialist or a hair specialist. You know, I call them the follicle whisperer because their study is the hair. That's all they focus on. So go see a dermatologist that specializes in ethnic hair and hair loss and hair care, or a trichologist, okay? Link down below if you don't know where to start. And yeah, I mean, listen, there's a term called polypharmacy in the pharmaceutical world, which means that there's multiple treatments for one problem, right? The problem here is hair loss, and there's multiple ways, or in this specific video, thinning, and there's multiple ways to thicken that hair. You can't just rely on just one. It's not gonna be as efficacious, it's not gonna be as effective, or it might take a very, very long time. What you wanna do is do a multiple of things that is going to work together. So like I mentioned, you wanna use essential oils, you wanna do scalp massages daily so you can get the blood circulating. We already talked about the analogy that I used. You know, you wanna take certain treatments, you know, whether they're cosmetic treatments or, you know, whether they're, you know, certain prescriptions that are meant to thicken your hair, or over-the-counter treatments that are FDA approved like Minoxidil. You want to eat right. I didn't mention that here in this video, but it's the obvious. You want to bring down inflammation. You know, there's so many different things that I mentioned in this video. And obviously you want to wash with certain shampoos that's going to open up the pores and really get the blood circulating and flowing, like literally pooling to your scalp so that you can really get that nutrient delivery that you need. Either way, there's many different ways, and not just one size fits all, not just one person. There's so many different things. A lot of the things here worked for me. Some of the things I didn't necessarily use, but I knew about them. I know about them because I was able to use some things and not others. Honorable mention to iron pills. Let me just mention that really quickly before I go, because iron pills is really good for thickening your hair if you're dealing with iron deficiency or anemia, and that is the cause of your thinning, okay? So, thank you very much. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe. Please hit the like button if you like this video. If you want more details about anything that I mentioned here, if you want more details about treatments, you know, cosmetic and medical treatments that you can do for your hair to grow back, girl, I got you covered. Everything that you want to know about hair loss, skin health, lifestyle, all that, she got it covered, okay? If you want me to start tossing up some recipes for you on how to feed your hair on a cellular level, I got that too. Anyway, thank you. Bye.